This is my response to your video about single women um, raising children on their own. A lot of the things that you had said, you had very good information. But as a black woman, I must say to you that it's a little discouraging for me because I feel that black men have a lot of excuses. Um, I'm one person that does not like to man bash, and that's not what this is about. It's about speaking the truth and really trying to put topics on the table that both black men and black women can discuss. But like I said, I feel that a lot of black men make excuses about their plight. We all know that it's harder for a black man to make it in this world, even more so than even a black woman, because we've had opportunities um, that you guys haven't been getting. The society is not as threatened by us as they are by the black male. But having said that, I still see successful black men all the time. And it's because they made a conscious decision that they were not going to continue to let the slave mentality rule their lives. The Emancipation Proclamation freed all of the slaves, but yet it did not release the black man's mindset. A lot of men, even in modern day society, still have that slave mentality and blame the white man or blame any other race for their shortcomings, when in actuality what they should be doing is looking in the mirror and blaming themselves. Again, I must say that I'm not saying that life is not hard or harder for our black men because you guys have a long um, road ahead of you. But at the same time, stop proving everybody right. I never could understand that mentality where, everybody's calling you a loser and telling you that you ain't shit. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where you actually start to do exactly what people expect of you. That comes into play when you have to expect more from yourself, because I don't buy into things are harder and that's why men leave their family and all of that. Because knowing, that things are harder going into a relationship, so why would you procreate? Why would you not protect yourself if you knew that you didn't have the means to take care of your woman and your family? So using that as an excuse, it really kicks a black woman in her gut. It's not so much, like I said, that I don't understand that things are harder, but hard and impossible are two different things. I watch black men sit around smoking weed, and even some of the ones with jobs smoke weed on a regular basis. If that's your drug of choice, fine. I'm not here to judge you. But if you can find money for a dime sack of weed, or if you can find money to put those new rims on your car, then that same hustle and that same drive should go towards making sure that your woman and your children are provided for. Because even if you never make it to her financial standing, at least you can hold your head up high and say that you are contributing. And you're right about one thing. We're not going to accept that you had it hard and you weren't given the tools to succeed and take care of your family. Because for every failure of a black man, there's at least one success. And life is about choices, and you have to make a choice whether or not you're going to be a failure of, or a succeeder, a success, and that's really, really up to you. It's not fair that as a black woman that I have to raise your son and that I have to raise your seeds that you spread around and you knew that you were not capable of doing what it took to make sure that our existence continued on. And the rivalry between black men and black women comes based on that tension of black men wanting everybody to pat them on the back and say, we forgive you for not trying. I'm not talking about any other brothers who are out there going to college or even hustling. You don't have to be, a college bound student in order to be a hustler that's out to get yours. I'm talking about the men who sit back and say, woe is me, and expect black women to accept them as they are. But what you don't realize is that although the woman might love you, you have now become another mouth to feed. And you're not going to eat a half of a sandwich. You're going to eat 2 or 3 sandwiches. So now you've made her job that much harder in order to accept you and accept your shortcomings. I also want to say that black men want acceptance. A lot of black men want acceptance. But what they don't give is acceptance of the black women. I'm looking at all these videos on YouTube by a lot of black men, not all black men, a lot of black men downing black women as if their shit doesn't stink, as if there is nothing that they can do to improve themselves. And it's very, very hurtful because we all need improvement. More than anything, we need to be able to communicate with each other. We need to figure out how to fix the problem. Instead of blaming the white man or your neighbor or your mother or your father, you need to look at that person in the mirror and ask, what can I do for myself? You are not your father. Your past does not dictate your future. The only thing that dictates your future is what you do today. And if you feel sorry for yourself today, and if you have a woe is me and nobody loves me attitude today, that means that you've already set yourself up for failure tomorrow. And how could you expect the black woman to stand behind you when she knows her fate? When she realizes that standing behind you means that she will also fail. You are supposed to be our king. You are supposed to be the leaders of our families. But instead, we are left there to handle all of that business for the black men. But it's ironic to me that they are upset because they don't feel like they get the respect that they deserve from a black woman. You would have all of that if the effort was there. Even if you never made $1 million, the fact that you were out there stretching your neck out for your family, trying, a black woman would have to respect that. I personally don't have any respect for someone who has a ton of excuses. I will say that there are reasons that you may not be successful for today, but reasons can be changed. Reasons are meant to be changed. Set a goal and say to yourself that no one can hold me back. Look in the mirror and know that the only person holding back you is you.